Stop celebrating your weight loss right now because what I'm about to reveal will terrify you. You can lose 50 pounds and still be slowly dying from the inside. The most dangerous fat in your body isn't the fat you can see or pinch. It's the invisible, visceral fat wrapped around your liver, pancreas, and stomach. This fat is silently driving diabetes, fatty liver, heart disease, and even cancer. The shocking truth is that 90% of people who lose weight are targeting the wrong fat completely. This killer fat continues poisoning their organs while they think they're getting healthier. But the incredible news is that visceral fat is actually the easiest fat to burn once you know how to target it. Today I'm revealing the specific foods, drinks, and exercises that scientific studies prove can melt this deadly fat by up to 48% in just 8 weeks. Here's what most doctors and fitness influencers never tell you about belly fat. Abdominal fat isn't just one type of fat sitting under your skin that you can grab with your hands. There's also visceral fat packed deep inside your abdominal cavity, surrounding your vital organs like a toxic blanket. This hidden fat drives the chronic diseases that are slowly killing millions of people every single day. The reason your belly won't flatten, no matter how much weight you lose, is simple. You're burning subcutaneous fat while the visceral fat stays untouched. It continues pumping inflammatory chemicals into your bloodstream and destroying your metabolic health from the inside out. Let's start with food, because what you eat every single day either feeds your visceral fat or starves it. One of the most powerful weapons against visceral fat that nobody talks about are carotenoid-rich foods. Carotenoids are natural pigments found in plants that give carrots their orange color. They make tomatoes red and give spinach that dark green color. But it's not just about the pretty colors. Carotenoids are incredibly powerful antioxidants that attack visceral fat at the cellular level. Visceral fat accumulates because of energy excess that eventually leads to chronic inflammation and disrupted metabolism. Carotenoids reduce that stress by neutralizing free radicals, which are unstable molecules that damage your cells. By removing these free radicals, carotenoids help stabilize your genes in a remarkable way. They specifically turn on genes that burn more fat while quieting down genes that tell your body to store fat. A fascinating randomized double-blind trial conducted in Japan looked at whether carotenoid intake actually affects visceral fat. What researchers found was absolutely remarkable. Just 8 weeks of eating carotenoid-rich vegetables significantly reduced visceral fat. The group that consumed high lycopene and low lutein foods like carrots and cabbage saw the best results. But here's what's even more exciting. All 4 groups in the study that ate carotenoid-rich vegetables lowered their visceral fat. This proves that any colorful vegetable will help you burn that dangerous belly fat. Start targeting your favorite colorful vegetables like carrots, sweet potatoes, bell peppers, spinach, squash, and tomatoes. Any brightly colored fruit or vegetable is rich in some type of carotenoid that will help you lose visceral fat. Now, after carotenoids, another special compound you absolutely need to target is catechins. These are flavonoid polyphenols that act as powerful antioxidants and dramatically reduce inflammation. My favorite way to get catechins is by drinking green tea. You hear it all the time that green tea burns fat, and it absolutely does. It's incredibly rich in catechins that change how your body handles fat, especially visceral fat. Catechins help with fat regulation in multiple powerful ways. First, they boost your fat oxidation and energy expenditure by stimulating your nervous system. They also inhibit fat-processing enzymes like lipase, which blocks fat from being absorbed in the first place. The reason green tea is so extraordinarily powerful is that it also contains caffeine. Caffeine works synergistically with catechins to enhance fat burning to levels neither compound could achieve alone. A double-blind, placebo-controlled randomized trial in Japan showed remarkable results. Just 12 weeks of drinking catechin-enriched green tea, containing about 600 milligrams of catechins per day, significantly reduced visceral fat. Participants didn't change anything else about their lifestyle. They just drank the green tea and watched their belly fat disappear. To maximize the benefit, target green teas that are minimally processed like matcha or sencha. These contain the highest concentrations of fat-burning compounds. Now, once you've dialed in the right nutrition, the correct exercise regimen becomes that magical multiplier. The correct type of exercise is absolutely essential when it comes to losing visceral fat quickly. Meta-analyses of over 117 studies show something fascinating. While both diet and exercise reduce visceral fat, diet has a larger effect on total body weight loss. But exercise tends to have superior effects specifically on reducing visceral fat. This means exercise is actually more important than diet when it comes to burning dangerous belly fat around your organs. There's an incredibly interesting study that showed just how powerful even small doses of the right exercise can be. Just 2 45-minute cycling sessions per week at moderate intensity for only 2 months reduced visceral fat by an astounding 48%. That's almost half of their dangerous belly fat gone in just 8 weeks. They exercised less than 2 hours per week total. This group also improved their insulin sensitivity by 41% and lost 18% of their subcutaneous fat. The most fascinating part is that their total body weight stayed about the same on the scale. They experienced remarkable reductions in visceral fat and dramatic improvements in metabolic health. Yet there were no measurable changes when they stepped on the scale. This is such an important point. Do not get discouraged if you're doing all the right things, but the weight isn't coming off. The scale is a terrible indicator of progress, since it doesn't show changes in body composition. So what's the absolute best type of exercise that will help you lose visceral fat as fast as possible? A recent systematic review and meta-analysis looked at 84 randomized controlled trials. It revealed that vigorous intensity aerobic exercise and high-intensity interval training are most effective for reducing visceral fat. Resistance training was still beneficial for overall health and metabolism, but it wasn't as effective when looking specifically at visceral fat reduction. That doesn't mean you should forget about resistance training because it's essential for maintaining muscle mass. But if you want to lose visceral fat fast over the next few months, dial up your cardio significantly. When comparing HIIT versus steady-state aerobic exercise, studies show both are very similar. There's no statistically significant difference in adults between the two approaches. The beautiful thing about exercise is that the effects are dose-dependent. The more you do, the better your results become. A recent study in the British Journal of Sports Medicine showed important findings. Participants who exercised more frequently or with higher intensity saw proportionally greater reductions in visceral fat. By contrast, researchers did not see that dose-dependent response with caloric restriction. There's a limit to how much dieting helps, but there's no limit to how much exercise benefits you. You absolutely do not need to starve yourself to lose belly fat. Quite the opposite, actually. Get enough calories to maintain a small deficit while gradually stepping up your activity and exercise. The ideal protocol based on available studies would be exercising at least 2 to 3 times per week. Each session should be 45 minutes at moderate to vigorous intensity. Get your heart rate to about 70 to 80% of maximum capacity. If you don't track heart rate, use the talk test. Moderate intensity means you can speak in full sentences but sound winded. Vigorous intensity means you can only speak a few words before pausing to breathe. Now, here's exactly what I need you to do right now. Smash that subscribe button and hit the notification bell. Every video I release contains scientifically proven strategies that could save you from visceral fat diseases. Drop a comment below telling me whether you're going to try the carotenoid foods, green tea catechins, or the exercise protocol first. I read every single comment. Share this video immediately with anyone struggling with belly fat that won't go away. They're probably targeting the wrong fat entirely. Hit that like button because every like helps this reach more people. These people are slowly being killed by visceral fat while having no idea how to actually burn it. Remember, consistency beats the perfect plan every time. Choose the exercise you'll actually stick with. Stay healthy, my friend, and I'll see you in the next video.